Omar, and today we are going to review.
I'm starting a new book.
So I'm starting a new book, which is called Touchdown Kid. So it's basically a kid who's like playing baseball. Okay, so let's get started.
Written by?
Touchdown Kid.
Written by?
Written by Tim Green. So let's get started by chapter number 1. Summer sunshine baked the blacktop in the street. But like his best friend Liam O'Donnell, Corey wore only his football pants, socks, and flats. Sweat drizzled down their bare 12-year-old chest. So vents on the roof on the corner made Erkid whine, coughing hot air so the coolers inside worked. The ice pops didn't melt and the salt stayed frosty cold. What? There was a long walk uphill to Glenwood Park. Helmets and shoulder pads had been tucked inside practice jerseys that were twisted at belly and slung across their backs, acting like small sacks. Corey secretly eyed his best friend's bare chest. Liam was like a small tank with the compact muscles of a weightlifter, bulging from skin tanned by shirtless summer. Despite on his shiny Corey was short of a six-pack. The sheen of sweat on training. Corey was short of a six-pack. The sheen of sweat on his body reminded him of the walrus at zoo. Which coach now didn't decide who starts Saturday. Based on looks, Corey said, only half kidding. Showing a bull, Corey could only dream of. Pretty, right? Corey snorted. How do you know I'll start? You will, Corey kicked the stone. Melonhead loves you. He might love you if you didn't argue with him all the time. Liam gave Corey a soft plunge. Corey's shoulder a soft. Liam gave Corey's shoulder a soft plunge. I can't help it. Corey knew his friend was right. Just 2 days ago, he got into which his coach on outside sweep is 38 or 40 or 48. A 36 off tackle, where either if there's a tight end or not. He's our team coach, Corey, and it's not smart to make go entire practice without water. And old school stuff doesn't cut it with me. Okay. It's not smart to make players go to entire practice without water. That old school stuff doesn't cut it with me. Everyone knows if you maximize performance by staying hydrated, even a Melonhead should know that. Liam patted his back. He got relaxed. Save all that smart stuff for the courtroom. When you're a real lawyer, I'll try. Liam's family had moved into the poor Irish neighborhood. On the city west side at the very end of 5th grade, most people didn't know Liam as well Corey did. And they sometimes mistook him for a high schooler. Corey knew different. Liam was just a silly kid like most of the rest heading into 6th grade. The world, their neighborhood, and even his older belt slipped past Liam like butter of a hot knife. Liam just let it go, looking at all it wanted to be grin and always finding out something funny about things. Even the welts that Corey wins. I'll go into the army one day. I'll go straight to sergeant with these stripes, he said once. Grinning and pointing to the raised strips of skin left on his left arm. No private O'Donnell for me. So when they ran in the street corner and saw Liam's older brother Finn with some friends clutter around the metal back door of the Shamrock Club, Liam grinned and ran and away while Corey the laces on his cleats. And when Liam's older brother mentioned for them to come close and be quiet, Corey tried to grab his friend by the arm, but it was too late. Liam veered right off the sidewalk and over the crumbs of the broken pavement and glass, trying to look easy. The whole thing set trouble in a million different ways. I read in the first chapter that there were kids who were playing baseball and also football. Why would I even say that? Okay, so in those 2 pages they were just like, playing around, and also now I'm going to read chapter 2 next day. Also tomorrow, next day. So we will read chapter 3 and 4. More than the stench of the dumpster told Corey to just run without looking back, but that would have been leaving Liam behind. Coach Mellon would make up the whole team run it till they barfed it if Corey showed up to a Saturday morning practice without Liam. They had a big game Sunday, and Liam was their star player. Coach Mellon said the teammates had to look out for one another. They were a football family. More than that, though, tomorrow was like he was going to turning point in Liam's life. Everyone knew the HBS varsity head coach was coming to the game, and everyone knew what it meant for Liam. Corey and Liam shared all the same dream: high school superstar and Division All-Americans, all leading to the NFL. Okay. Getting a scholarship to attend HBS, a senior school, the elite private school known for its football program, was a big first step. They had already been to visit HBS and even met the people he'd been living with. He just needed this last good time to seal the deal. Liam was the only one who didn't seem all that excited. Why else he would even think about stopping for some trouble? On his way to practice Corey cared. He thought he cared for Liam, and then there was the tiny little gem of idea sparkling in the corner of his mind that tomorrow's game could mean something for him as well. So Corey followed, studying the situation without letting Liam's brother or his friends catch his eye. Finn was an older, elegant version of him. Liam. His face has a feature, but he was always sculpted. His muscles was taut, like his little brother's, only stretched over 6'3" frame, not nearly a foot taller than Liam. He didn't have work to be menacing. Finn's friend Hogan was he was tall, but he wasn't named after a sandwich. His last name was Hogan. Hoagie, but he wasn't named after a sandwich. His last name was Hoagie Hogan. His pants were hanging halfway down his wide butt, and he looked not only to me, but he looked not only mean but stupid, with his droopy brown eyes. And then there was Dirty. Any of the three bush. Wait! Dirty! Any of the boys could give Corey bad dreams with just a look, but Dirty had a special stink of evil. The oldest and the shortest in a bunch, Dirty had small beady black eyes with a nasty scrunched up face. His long, dirty blonde hair covering like a curtain covering one eye. He twitched his neck like a shooting fly. Whenever he wanted to see a world with two eyes, Dirty flickered a cigarette onto the ground and slipped on a piece of rebar, a long rusty piece of steel that looked like a giant pretzel rod, into a padlock on the back of the Shamrock Club. He yanked it down, snapping the lock before he handed the rebar to Liam. Well, you broke it open, Liam. He looks at Corey. You find a friend Flapjack better than I went out with. While we get some stuff inside that needs getting, Corey called Flapjack because he ate too much at the church pancake breakfast. 2 years ago, I got sick on Father Haywood's shoes. You keep watch. Finn shot Liam a meaningful look. Liam swallowed and nodded fast. Okay! The older brother all laughed and disappeared inside. Quick, Asma. We shouldn't do this, Corey whispered as he watched the semi-closed door while Liam watched the sidewalk street. They won't be long. Liam giggled. You see their faces? Hoagie looked like he's about to pee his pants. Besides, I don't need any stripes on my backside before the big game tomorrow. I guess that's how the older man did it before he skipped town. Finn doesn't want me growing up the wrong way. Liam laughed, but it was a lovely laugh, muddy with pain. He waited and watched. After 5 long minutes, Corey said, "You go to practice, I'll watch. Where I come from, you don't just leave a friend behind." Liam sounded insulted. "Just go," Corey sighed. Coach doesn't care if I'm there or not. Don't say that. He doesn't like you, but he knows how good you are. Liam said, heck, you're good as me. You think that Corey's jaw dropped? He believed he had talent. Talent his grumpy coach didn't appreciate, and he's been working hard. But he didn't even believe he reached Liam's level. We almost as good. Liam kissed him biceps and laughed. Let's shoot for it. We let it fate decide. Okay, so Liam started pumping his fist up and down. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot! Corey held out a flat hand to Liam's scissors cut people, kept going. Okay, but you watch good. Liam handed him the revolver, a tone of warning in his voice. I'm serious about the butt whipping if someone doesn't look out when he comes back. Corey snatched the revolver. I never messed up you before, did I? That's why you're my friend. I look, That's why you're my best friend. Liam grinned and took off on a jog toward Redlock Park, where they practiced 3 nights and Saturday mornings. Too much time went before Corey crept back to the door. He strained to hear the sound of ransacking inside the Shamrock Club's kitchen. All he had was the walk-in refrigerator straining against the heat. Then he softly first, then louder before pushing the door open and stepping it over the rotted threshold. Through the club, past the bar, he could see the foreign door that hung open, with hot sunlight forcing its way in. Corey felt both relief that her jaw was annoyed that they let him waiting that. So we're at the last page of chapter 2. Let's see what happens at the very end of the chapter 2. He thought of Coach Mellon and bolted out the back door. Just an enormous figure filled it. Corey bounced back off the policeman's iron gut, tripped and sat down in the... I can't even read that. Guys, Guys, can you please help me how to pronounce this? Please, God, can you help me pronounce this? It's really hard to pronounce. Floor. So, this is the book about this. It's set in the second chapter. I read about like the boy who's doing the touchdown, and also they were talking about whoever goes. So thank you for watching, guys. And another day I'll meet you guys. Bye bye.